Okay, that's gold, and that's the monthly. And what the MACD is telling us, plus what I've explained concerning the other forex pairs that we examined that relate to the precious metals, the MACD is telling us to get ready for a big run. And you can see this is the monthly with a serious divergence here. Serious divergence here, and it doesn't seem to me that the divergence that was built, for over a year has been worked off by now. No, I don't think. I think at the very least we have another 6 to 12 months before the divergence that we are seeing here would be worked off. Now, this is my assumption. Of course, I could be wrong, but the signals that are coming from all the related markets are very powerful and do support further upside. We also have nice situation here with a MACD on the weekly holding very nicely, as you can see, while we were actually going through a correction in the last few weeks. It's holding very well. Let's have a look at the daily now. Okay, the daily of course follows it tick by tick here, and here's our assumption on the daily is that we probably have seen a top right here, a top for the first leg, okay, for the first shot of this bull run, and I've taken this to be as an ABCDE, meaning that could be our A, okay, and I said that I think we are going into a lateral movement. I did not expect, and I still do not expect at this point, a surge back above 1280. If it does reach 1280, that would mean that the fourth wave actually ended here. Okay, I assume that it ended here and we had a brief fifth leg, but if it does manage to master the energy to run back to 1280, then that should be the right wave count. That will be U3, all of that will be U4, and that will be your last leg, fifth leg. But at this point in time, I don't think it's likely. I think it is more likely that even if we see a jump here, it's not going to lead very far and eventually begin to come back. Yes, we're going to come back to retest 1200. I don't know how far it's going to go. I don't think it's going there. This is a no-no as far as I'm concerned. This is really very, very unlikely. Again, I could be wrong, but this is, in my opinion, unlikely. I think what could take place more likely is something like that, okay? And it could spend quite a bit of time here and then come back. So that could be an excellent opportunity for you to get in into various gold vehicles or gold contracts or whatever you want to do, okay, ETF or whatever. If you do get these, that will be a clear ABC, and that will lead to a lot higher prices. I'll show you the 60 minutes and you will see that the price action recently is not really looking like a build-up of a 1-2-1-2. It really looks like a bunch of ABCs, or in fact it could be going into something like that. You see, and then you would have here a triangle. Yeah, with me, that'll be a triangle down, which is an A. That's a triangle tilted up, which is a B, and then expect a correction. Okay, that's silver. That's the monthly. An enormous bull is on the way. Absolutely gigantic. Don't argue with what we are seeing here. I don't think it would be wise to argue with that. This is an absolutely explosive message that is coming out of the MACD on the monthly, and such a thing, you know, is not going to be affected by 2-3 days of a sharp correction. No way. This is power. This is power behind the move that is now building up here. Okay, so the wave count that I'm using is showing an ABC X ABC. I assume at this point that that's going to be another ABC. Of course, it doesn't mean that it's going to be small, yeah? It could actually run to 30, 35, 40. Yeah, it could be that we are basically stuck in a jungle of ABCs, something like that. Okay, so don't run down the idea that I'm saying this is just an ABC. What I do not think at this point is we are going straight there. I could be wrong. And we are going to follow it. I follow it every day, and I share with you my thoughts when I sense that this is maybe coming. And the message could come not necessarily just from the chart of the precious metals. As you know, it could come from the currencies, it could come from other corners. It will not necessarily come just from this chart. So that's why it's important to keep an eye on related markets. Now here's the weekly. And again, the weekly is holding very nice, still tilted up, even though the action was actually, we had a correction here. This one held very well. It's still looking up. And the assumption I'm working with, that's the daily now, is that we have seen first leg up terminating right here. Okay, and I explained that that is my A. I told you I do not expect this straight away, and so far this has not occurred. I do think we are going to go higher, potentially towards 15.6, 15.8. And that's where I think it's going to stop, and it'll come back. So again, if we go back towards 14.6, 14.4, you may want to consider entering long positions in the precious metals or precious metal stocks, etc. Okay, that could be an excellent opportunity, as this is likely to follow. Let's have a look at the 60 minutes. And this is the structure that I think is most likely at this point. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an A, that's a B, that's 1, 2. I would imagine 3, 4, 5 will finish the ABC that is building up here, and then I would expect it to come down. So for now, for the next, I would say in the next few weeks, we will continue to observe simply consolidation in the precious metals. Okay, and when it's ready, when the correction is done, we could see a blast, a very serious blast. It will start taking things into different territory.